What is up, folks? Small from OneHive Genesis, back with a brand new war recap video, this time chronicling a brilliant battle we had against none other than Cold Sept. There you can see them on the wall log there, and we were really excited for this one. Been looking forward to it for a long time, and Cold Sept put up a brilliant fight. We were really looking to bounce back, and we did in this one. Putting it to them, we did get that all-important 3-star you can see there on their number 3, which was the difference in the war. Predator getting that for us, we'll have a look at that later on. But generally, just a terrific war from us. We really came out on fire. Great response from our kind of our losses in our previous arranged wars. Obviously, the less than impressive start against Reddit Row, but pleased to say we are back. And there were some great attacks in this war. As always, can't show all of them, but I will show my favourites. And we are going to start off with Bisectatron on number 6. This was Queen Walk, GoWiWi. You can see he hasn't got many defence targeting troops down there, only got a hog and 4 loons. But he put some loons in here early just to get this mortar out of the way, do a bit of funneling, because any second now he's going to drop his queen just over to the left here, because he has identified that most of the splash defences, mortars, wizard towers are on the outside edge here. He's only got the one wizard tower in there that's going to cause him any problems at all. Sorry about the internet thing. Hopefully that goes away any second. There we go. So the queen is working her way around the base here, and she is taking out all these splash defences. That's basically all Bisectatron wants out of his queen here. He's only got 3 healers on her. He's able to do that because she only comes into contact with kind of 1-2 point defence at a time. You can see the Expo gets on her, and by the time she does get down to the bottom here, the king will take her out. But over the other side of the base, he begins his attack with 2 golems coming in on these outside defences. One of those being the all-important mortar, which does go down. Uses that hog quite nicely to take out a few more defences. Just brilliant value on that little hog. He's going to take out 2 or 3 defences there. I think 2, yeah. But he's going to break in at the top here. In come the max witches from the clan castle, followed by 4 more, I believe. As you can see, the queen's healers starting to get taken down at the bottom here. She's going to get engaged by the king and die. But meanwhile, the witches are coming through. Hound and CC isn't going to pose much of a threat to this kill squad. Nothing's going to really get held up. They're going to take care of it really quick. A few flanking loons coming on the top end. They did get that cannon, which I guess was important. Not too much value other than that for 3 loons, but was necessary. He's got that minion down at the top for cleanup and some wizards working around the other side of the base. Does obviously have 2 jumps here, which is going to let him work his way into the remaining chambers where the defences are. He's obviously got quite a Tesla farm down the bottom here, quite packed out. But those very powerful level 3 witches combined with Bisectatron's own level 2 witches are going to get the job done. Going to shoot at the wall there. All their skeletons are going to make it through the wall. King is coming in from the other side. See a witch and a wizard up the top there and some skeddies bashing on the wall. But we can speed it up because we know what's going to happen. They're all going to converge. There's too much DPS there. Too many skellies for those Teslas to handle. And that is 3 stars by Bisectatron. Great job, man. Really enjoyed it. Okay. Moving on. Down to number 10. Which was our boy Zephan. I'm not entirely sure how you say his name, but there we are. In he comes. He's got he's identified first of all that there's 3 air defences over here that he can get to fairly close together. His queen can pick all of them off from one compartment, so that's what he's going to do. He's going to funnel on each side of queen. Get her going where he wants her to. He's going to test the wall breakers, then get the remainder coming in. They're going to open the wall perfectly. She is in. And she is going to work her way in slowly to take out these air defences. and I believe this does succeed. Zephan has got the lightnings and the quake for the last AD the Queen can't reach. And you notice he's got 6 dragons in the bag here, which he's going to deploy kind of from this 9 o'clock side. Did have some minions down there for funneling, but that Tesla did pop, ruin his day. But that won't cause much issue for this raid, as we'll see soon. Queen does get in there, lure the Pecker out of the clan castle, uses the poison to slow it down, but he knows he's going to need that ability to get rid of the Pecker, get it out of the way. But fortunately, there's not too much point defense coming. Still has 2 rages if the Queen gets in trouble, but she's going to kind of take them on one by one. Takes out that all-important sweeper, which might affect the dragons. But as you can see, they're now starting to come in. Still got 3 more to deploy. Obviously deploying on that high HP town hall first, so they're able to funnel in nicely on this side of the base. One does split off, but that actually works out quite nicely for him. As you'll see in a second, this dragon kind of skirts its way around the bottom and takes care of another Tesla that pops on this side. It's cheeky Teslas. But meanwhile, the rest of the loons are working through, soaking up those air bombs. So all the dragons are still up. That's a nice rage to working through that area. The king kind of comes down as nothing more than cleanup, really. Does take down that wizard tower, but I love the single loon on that archer tower, just brilliant. The queen does take out 1 dragon, but any second now, the king and this dragon at the bottom are going to come along and take her out. I did think while watching this raid that the queen might survive till the end, but does get taken out there. So at this point, he's got kind of 4 dragons left. Only thing that could possibly hurt this raid, Archer Tower, is going to get overpowered, so we can speed up. Queen's still full health, still got 3 or 4 healers on her. Boom. 3 stars. Zephan. Great job, man. Really good raid. Really good stuff. Okay, next up, we're going to move down a couple of places, and we've got a really, really sexy attack by Spartan 10, aka Cheatham, and he loves his bizarre attacks, and he's coming in now with a 4 jump Hocus Pocus. He's, I guess, like the Bisectron attack, he's noticed that kind of all this splash defense is around the outside of the base. And he's going to send in the Queen Walk similarly here to take those out, because you can see they all converge on this kind of 9 to 12 side. So 1 mortar down, wizard tower down, the other mortar's going to get taken out, and the queen is going to work her way around. Any second now she'll get onto the town hall. But when as she starts to get round, does send in a couple of hogs just to get the clan castle. Needed more than 1 there, because there was kind of 10 archers in there just to get everything out. Nice early poison down, going to really slow them as they come into range of the queen. The dragon gets targeted any minute now. The queen is going to take care of that. She doesn't have any point defense on her at that point, so that's perfect spot to lure. And then meanwhile, the funnel has been created, and in come the golems and witches. And they are just going to tear through this base. They don't have any radius for them, just pure jumps. Really nice 4 hogs there to take out that mortar, because that's going to be the kind of the last splash defense the witches are going to encounter. They have got this wizard tower, but the golem is tanking for that. A couple witches do work their way around the outside here, but that's not going to be an issue. That's actually going to help the raid, because they're going to kind of force their way into the side here. The skeletons they are spawning is enough to replenish them. The archer towers will keep focusing on the skeletons, won't get onto the witches. That's going to work out nicely. Meanwhile, the rest of the pack is moving its way through the middle of the base. Giant bombs going off. The witches are well out the back. Lovely BK ability, kind of spurting him forward into that compartment, triggering any bombs there. The queen is still alive. She's taken out a Tesla farm, which is, I mean, great value. Only at this point does that AD start firing on the healers, but the queen's in great shape. She's going to slowly work her way down to the bottom here with 1 healer still intact. Plenty of witches, golemites, wizards, all still up, and they're working their way down to the last feeble archer tower. She can't do anything. Still got a poison in the bag, is not going to use it. Any second now, 3 stars. Just a wonderful attack, Cheatham. Don't know how you come up with this stuff, but that is brilliant. Okay, on to the 4th Town Hall 9 attack, which I'm going to show, which is from NanoJohn. And he had a 6-star war, along with quite a few others actually this war. But this attack did catch my eye. Really enjoyed the Queen charge here that you're going to see. This is obviously Queen charge with hogs. I think he's got 1 golem in his clan castle, which you'll see him send in the heroes here any second. I think this was, NanoJohn had a fresh hit 6-pack, so he's coming at this. He doesn't know where the traps are, knows he has to drop that early rage there because he's going to come into contact with kind of 5-point defense. But he funnels really nicely here, and she's going to work her way into the base. Look at that wall breaker. He's made sure that compartment there is empty, so the wall breakers target further in. They get that wall open, and the Queen is going to plunge into the centre of the base here, which is going to be devastating for old Lars at Cold Sept. NanoJohn does wait for the Queen to lure the clan castle, which I guess was an important part. If it had been a clean-up raid, he probably wouldn't have done that, knowing the Lava Hound was in there. But does wait for it. Queen's going to be bashing on that for a long time. He's dropped a wizard down here just to ensure the funnel. That wizard can get it done, being outside of range of everything but the mortar. Don't know what that wizard up there was for. That's kind of, sacrificed, I guess. NanoJohn felt bad for the base, just like, there you go, sacrifice wizard. But I really enjoy these little minions that go in at the back here, protect the healers. I think they're huge value and a nice touch. So down comes the golem, down comes the jump, and he's going to send in his king here. Love the poison, slow down the hero DPS. That's a wonderful little touch again there. The wizards to back up. They're going to make short work of the heroes, keep that golem tanking just that bit longer, keep that king up. Meanwhile, the Queen is also collapsing on the same compartment, so that's nice. But this little kill squad pushing through kind of pushes the Queen around as well, and she's going to start working on the defences up here. Now you can see they haven't actually triggered any bombs yet when NanoJohn starts sending in the hogs, but he does an excellent surgical job on it. He's noticed this, and he's waiting. He's waiting until he triggers some bombs. As you can see, the hogs here do end up making bacon, triggering a whole load more, but he's still got 7 in the bag, plenty still up, still with a heal, and you can see the Queen here triggers the other double giant bomb, so there's no bombs left to deal with. 1 heal, 1 poison, looking very good indeed. There we go, that is job done. Really nice poison at the end there for the skellies, just so the hogs don't have any DPS coming their way. They're still standing in a heal regardless, and it's just going to be clean up. Lovely, lovely attack. You can see the healer splitting off into the golem there. He's still up. Lovely job, NanoJohn. Okay, last Town Hall 9 attack I'm going to show is actually kind of 8.5 attack, and it's Little Riff coming up on number 19. Riff's obviously our bottom guy, only 8.5 in the war. On the other side, there's obviously an 8.5 as well, but he's got these little 10-10 heroes, level 1 witches, and he's just going to come at this base with a straight GoWiWi. Just great to see. Just going back to basics, getting the job done. Was a bit worried about the funnel here, and you'll see in a minute. Could have done a little better job because his king looks like he's going for a walk here. But this wizard on the end kind of clutches up, and just before the king can get it down, he walks back inside. But fortunately, the brunt of his army is going the right way. Witch is all going in, going straight at the heroes. Really nice poison on the heroes there. They've already taken out the clan castle troops. And the thing, I guess, to note about this base is it's very compact. So he sends all his hogs in a tight bunch here. You can see he's already triggered 1 double giant bomb. The other one is particularly weird on this base, actually, you'll see in a minute. But all he's going to do is keep his hogs in 1 giant pack and heal the whole pack as they move around. And that's exactly what he does. Queen's still up. His little town Town Hall 9 Queen there, only level 10, but there you can see one of the bomb goes. If there was I believe, this was a clean-up attack, but if there was a double giant bomb in that area, they would have puffed around anyway. You can see they just catch a glancing blow there, but by this point, the job is done. I just had to show it. Riff coming up with his baby heroes. Just clean up at this point. He's got a few wizards around the base. They're all going to converge at 3, where the last buildings are, and that's going to be another 3 stars. Riff with a huge war for us. He came in with that 6-pack as a 9.5. An 8.5. That's just terrific. Terrific job. Thank you, Riff. Okie dokie. So that concludes our Town Hall 9 action, but as promised, I will show the decisive attack in this wall, and Predator actually got this really early on, so it enabled our Town Hall 10s to kind of really work at those last 2 bases. Didn't quite get the job done. Triggerman got close, 87 and 67 on the first base. I didn't really think the first base was 3-starable, but all the same, great job. And here we are with Predator. So he's going to drop his queen down at 3 o'clock, funnel her nicely. He knows which way she's going to go here. She's going to come in nicely, take out a few point defense, and then work her way round the base up towards 12. And he's going in here for, you can see this kind of AD Inferno. He's going to kind of push his queen around towards there, chucks in some wall breakers while the defences are distracted, and the queen is going to be funneled into this little compartment here nicely. He's going to lure the clan castle out here really nice before too many point defense, and most importantly before the Inferno doesn't get on her. Really nice little poison there. Only the Expo is firing on her, so I don't think Predator uses a rage here. I think he's going to use it slightly after this. You can see a really nifty move coming on straight after, as soon as the Hound pops here. Again, the cheeky minion, which we see quite a lot now, which is a really nice touch. Definitely keeps those healers clear. So he moves in, rages her up, and freezes the Inferno. So that's going to keep her full health until the Inferno thaws out, which it does now. And as soon as too much point defense comes her way, Predator's going to trigger the Queen ability, and she does take down the Inferno, so now she is safe again. Only got a couple of point defense on her, and she's going to move along, take care of this really nicely. Tesla pop in, she's going to pick that off, and he's going to funnel at the top here, which is going to keep the Queen inside the base, making sure she doesn't travel outside. You can see exactly what he wanted. She's going to go through this wall. At this point, I was wondering, what the hell is going on? But because this compartment still has buildings in it, the king is going to target this wall, even when the skelly trap pops, which was rather surprising. Guess he was just out of range there, but very fortunate. Predator is then going to rage the queen up again as she approaches the enemy queen, and boom, she's down. And the king actually comes through here going for this AD, which was really nice, really unorthodox, but great job nonetheless. Those healers are going to kind of ripple off onto him, but they're not going to do much there. The queen does go down, the AD goes down, but at this point the Lalo has begun. Really like the loon deployment and the cheeky minions coming in for cleanup. I don't know why these minions are so cheeky today, but they are. And they're moving around really nice. He's got a freeze for that Inferno. Perhaps a tiny bit early on the freeze, but he's got so many balloons there. They collapse on the AD, and then they're going to go straight for the last defense, which is the Inferno. He's got so many loons there. They're going to get the job done. King is still alive. Not sure how he is, but there we go. Had a loon in the bag for cleanup. Look at all the pups. Look at all the minions. Still got kind of 3 or 4 wizards lurking around, and they are going to destroy that base. Very convincing 3-star by Predator, and a great job to all involved. What a super war. Really great war. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the recap. This has been Smorg, over and out.